Hello, hello, hello. Happy Thursday. How's everybody doing? Well, I've survived Memorial Weekend, went up to Portland, grabbed a bunch of fun stuff. I haven't unloaded my trailer yet because I have a huge table and chairs back there that a client's going to pick up hopefully today. So as soon as they pick it up, I'll have room to unload the trailer, but we've got lots of fun stuff. Just lots of fun stuff. So you live locally, as in Idaho. What do you guys think about our change in weather? Isn't it amazing? So we were freezing a week ago, and now it's like 90 something. I ran to the store a little bit ago, and it was like 91. So we went from winter to summer. That's how we roll here. So yeah, we're excited about it. We like it. I like it at least. A lot of people are already saying it's too hot, but I like it. So today I grabbed this little girl out of my stash. Jewelry box. When you guys hop on, say hi. By the way, let me introduce myself. My name is Debbie Tona. If you're new to my channel, I am streaming live on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. And I am the owner and furniture artist down here at Tona Transformations, where we come on every Thursday, probably for like, 6 or 7 years now. Every Thursday for Thrifty Thursday Transformations, where I take stuff that I find at the thrift store or on the side of the road, and we turn it into works of art. Hi, Brenda. It's 91 and Camia. Is that how you say it? Camia? Is that how you say that, Gary? K-A-M-I-A-H. Is it Camia or Kamaya?
I've always heard it pronounced Camia.
Camii. Is it Camii with an I at the end? K-A-M-I-A-H. Anyhow. Gary Ann's the Idaho native, not me. So, jewelry box. There's glass that goes in here, which is sitting right here. I took it out, and we're going to put a transfer on that. So, it's got this etched stuff on it. We're going to put a transfer on it. It doesn't have to be like old lady chic anymore, right? It can be cute chic. Let me see how I can turn this so we can see this and I can see it and not like be backwards, right? I have straps of transfers too. So I thought maybe we'll do that first. So it'll kind of give us an idea on what we want to do with the jewelry box itself. Maybe that will help us lead to the color sheenage. I didn't grab my stuff. I did a transfer earlier on Windows. So freaking cute. I did 2 windows in the last couple days. One with tissue paper. And by the way, I put a new window class up, you guys. When I had the last window class, everybody was dying for me to do another one. So sign up. It is June 28th. It will be the last one. When I went to Portland, I found a bunch of windows. So I said I would do another one. And I usually don't do classes past June. So we won't do another class after the 28th until the fall. So sign up or forever hold your peace. Don't tell me, you didn't tell me it was on there. It's on there. Sign up. All right. Let's cut some of this. Let's see how it fits on here. So this glass goes into the front right here on this. Can you see it? It's kind of, my tablecloth's kind of dirty. But see the top part, this doesn't matter. I'm just gonna try to see where I can fit like as much of the print as I possibly can on here onto the glass. I'll just kind of wing it. This is why I never throw away any of my scraps. Right? Okay. It goes down to about, let's cut this. Let's cut it right here. And then let's just put on this glass. I already cleaned this earlier with vinegar and water. I love warm weather. I don't have any complaints at all about the warm weather. The kids got in our pool last night. We have a pool in our backyard. It's the first swim. All the kids come over with their kids, with my grandkids. And so it was awesome because everybody got in. I was actually trying to do garden catch up because I'd been gone for the 5 days, you know. And then wanted to get my stuff in that had been waiting to plant. So this is a transfer. I am just using my transfer tool. I'm going to go around this edge right here, this edge right here. And you can cut this if you want, but it will just come off. Let's just see. Oh, that's it. It's in. I don't want to mess with the glass too much because it will break. Okay. Then basically you're just going to peel that off. On glass, it sticks really well. So yeah, I didn't need to cut it off. Cut off by itself, and where it didn't, I can just take a piece of sandpaper and just do that. So now, instead of the funky, what was that, etched on there? Boom. And I'm just going to burnish this really quick. Be careful not to press too hard on your glass. What this will do is make sure that that transfer really adheres. And there's nothing else that needs to be done. It doesn't need to have a top coat. It doesn't need anything else. It can just be done. I'm just going to show you what it looks like, and we're going to take it out. How cute is that? So now we have flowers. We should have lined that better up so that the rose was right there, but it doesn't really matter. It's just too bad. Okay. Come on, glass, come out. Oh, no, I can't get it out. Put that to the side. So that kind of gives us our color palette, I guess, so to speak. So I'm going to just do shades of green and then maybe throw some pink in it. What do you guys think? Agree? Disagree? Yes, no, maybe so? The cool thing about this dresser is that, or this jewelry box, is that the inside was really clean. Usually they're not very clean. So I'm just going to paint these with the drawers in, and these little hardwares, you can't ever get them out. There's no screw. It's behind the felt, and without ruining it, it's pointless. So I'm going to paint right over it, and then I'll just take some gilding wax and we'll update it that way. There's no use in trying to like be really careful and not get it on there. It's just easier. In every jewelry box I've ever done, always, 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 it's hidden behind the it's hidden behind the felt. The velvet, the felt, whatever you want to call it. There's a big it's getting wash this off really quick. Every time I tried to pour it out, it's stuck. But yeah, that velvet stuff in there, you definitely yeah, I was using this paint earlier, and every time I poured it, I had a big old cloggage. So this is Weeping Willow by Dixie Belle. It's one of their newer colors. They have newer colors in this, but it's a beautiful green. Then I grabbed Thicket, which is a brand new color with Dixie Belle. It's a little bit of, it's actually pretty close. English Ivy, which is another newer color. Like I said, I'm gonna do shades of green, and then a little bit of Tea Rose, which is a pink. So these are our colors, right? Shades of green and a pink. So I'm going to try to paint this way so you guys can see what I'm doing. I'm just going to go over. I've already prepped this. We've already lightly scuffed it. Paint it with the drawers in. This top doesn't open, so I'm just going to paint it with the drawers in. It's just easier. And I'm just using a little brush, my R12 Klingon. I love this brush for these little smaller applications. It's a very similar brush to the 040, but the 040 is just a lot bigger. But this one just gives me the right amount to get right in there and get all that stuff done. How cute that is. Just quickly transform this ugly red cherry wood. Why was that ever in style? Seriously? I know my bedroom furniture was that color for years. I never buy that. That looked really in style when you think about it. I'm gonna turn this upside down so that I can get all those handles to flop down and then just paint underneath those drawers. Now, this one I'm assuming had glass in it at one time, but I don't think I'm gonna worry about it. I'm just gonna let it be. I'm gonna paint all these little frames where the hearts and stuff are. Remember, we're gonna put the glass back in. Get up underneath that lip right there. I'm gonna flip her back around. What do you guys think of this color? You like it? I think it's pretty. I think, hi Trish. Yeah, thanks for catching me live. I think it's more of a, instead of always painting it pink, it's more of a neutral color, which will go with more, decor, I guess is what the word I'm trying to come up. Doesn't matter, boy, girl. Anybody will like this color. I'm just going to try to put like a base coat of the, which one is this? Weeping Willow down. This is a very beautiful, soft, sagey green. Very beautiful sagey green. Love this color. Dixie Belle really hit it out of the park with their new warm green tones that they came out with. Like crazy, beautiful, so nice. I'm going to paint right over those hinges too because it's a jewelry box. Who cares? Now, you can go when you're done and take these out and then like paint up here or paint around the edge, but I'm not going to do that right now. It'll take up too much time. If you want to, just remember, if you paint the sides, you could lose the ability to pull them out in and out really nicely. So sometimes I don't even do that. So whatever's showing is kind of what I paint and then just kind of leave it at that. That's pretty much my rule of thumb. This bottom one has a little pull where the rest of these have that. It's interesting. And this is a bigger drawer, so it definitely goes on the bottom. But anyhow, super cute, huh? So not a lot of area on these guys to paint. I can paint it back later. But super cute. It'll dry really fast too. So what's everybody been up to? Have you been working in your yard? Finally got my garden in. I've been waiting because it's been so cold here. I was gone Memorial Day, so I didn't have time. Been busy these last few weekends. I finally got it in last night. I have a greenhouse, so I've been putting my stuff's been in my greenhouse, but when it turns hot like this, the greenhouse gets way too hot. So then it's not good for the plants. Because then you're roasting them, right? But yeah, it's very nice to, I think I'll go home today if the kids come over. I'll let them swim and I'll work in the yard, but I might just take a dip tonight. It's got to be like 90 for 2 or 3 days before my butt will get in that pool. It's cold. I don't like cold. I want it to be like 80. They said it was 70 yesterday. I'm like, it's a little too cold still. That's still a, when you get in, right? Anybody else, or do you like the cold water? No, thank you. So I figured we blend a little bit of paint on this. Let's just get this a little dry. And when you put a thin coat on, it doesn't take long to dry. And there's not a lot of surface really on this jewelry box to paint. That's cute. So let's take a little bit of like maybe the Weeping Willow at it, like a dusting of the green, which let me move this light because you guys are catching big shadow. I am just going to be dipping into the three colors of green and just hitting them over. I don't know, I may just stick with the, I don't have to blend everything, but I may just stick with the Weeping Willow because it's kind of pretty. Yeah, I don't want the other greens on here, but I'm going to try a little bit of the pink. Oh yeah, I want some of that pink on there. Let's just give it a little highlight with that pink. Can you see it? It's kind of hard to see on the screen. Anybody got graduations going to? I know the high school graduations around here are pretty much done already. We get out like by Memorial Day, most of the schools here. I know my one grandson, he got his last day was today. The other one that was over last night, his last day is, they actually went to June, which is crazy. Normally they get out by, like I said, Memorial Day, but I think since Memorial Day was super early this year, they had to switch it up a little bit. Add a little bit of that pink in there, just a little, give it a little bit of a fun highlight. It's kind of hard because it's just such a small little thing, right, to blend. Green is still wet. Just gonna kind of play with the pink a little bit. And actually by putting the pink on here, it almost looks like a tan color, which is fun too. Just gonna kind of go back and forth, just a slight blend. It's not gonna be like anything crazy. And this is Dixie Belle's Tea Rose. So I don't really think I need those other two greens that I had. So pretty much just Weeping Willow and Tea Rose to kind of give me that soft, kind of like a romantic look, I guess, would be what I would be going for. A little bit of that pink with that green is just adding a little tiny touch of zhuzh, especially around this heart right here, right? Here's a quiet today. Who else is on here? Say hi, don't be embarrassed. So I am streaming live on YouTube also. If you guys catch this on the replay, flip over to my YouTube channel and watch it on there, because you know what's going to happen. Facebook will delete this live in 30 days. They no longer are keeping lives, so it will be deleted. So if you're trying to remember where to go watch something, if you start training yourself to go watch it on YouTube, you'll always be able to find it because Facebook's going to delete it. That's just what they're doing. That's their newest thing. So, but it's easier to find too on YouTube because it's all categorized and it's nothing else but videos. There we go. Oh, I like that. Just kind of in and out with the tea rose. Just kind of making it be the prominent color now, and then the green is kind of just in the background. That's pretty. I'm kind of liking this. Let's get a little more pink in here. And like I said, those handles are getting covered. Hi, Lee. How's New Zealand today? You're a day ahead of me, aren't you? You're already on Friday morning. Am I right? Or is that on my Australia friends? Yeah, the green and pink are really pretty colors together. So tea rose, and Weeping Willow, which are, we're not going to use these two that I have in here, but we're just using basically the pink, which is tea rose, and then this one, which is a sagey Weeping Willow. And those colors do go very well together. Let's take this kind of on the side here. The green is pretty dry, so I'm going to go back in with the green and kind of just go across like this. Like I said, this is just a small little jewelry box. It doesn't need to be like anything crazy. So today, 40 years ago today, I met my husband. crazy. I was like, how are we old enough to know each other for 40 years? Yeah, we met. We didn't actually date until a couple years later. He kept trying to get me to go out with him. I kept turning him down. But it took him a couple years to win me over. But anyhow, I had business to take care of before I would date him. But yeah, 40 years. We've actually been married we'll have our 35th anniversary this year. Wedding anniversary. So here we go. And then on the sides, a little bit more of the weeping willow. Yep, pink and green is a really pretty combo. If you guys never tried it, it's a really soft way to give you two really pretty colors together. They're both very neutral, right? So the pink, and I'm just seriously just adding a little bit of color. I don't even care if it's just a little blend here and there. Just not being very deliberate about anything, so that it just gives us a little sweet peekaboo, basically, with the pink on it, with the green sticking up through. So maybe a little deeper, heavier pink in some areas than others, so you can see it. It's super slow in our store today, so nobody's been in. I think everybody is in shock that it's hot out. They don't know what to do. They're like, wow, it's 90 some odd degrees. How do we act? Go home and go play in the water, right? Time for a barbecue. I'm gonna have to grill something tonight. That sounds good. Actually, I told my husband maybe you should take me out to dinner. It's not our anniversary, but I said, wow, 40 years. I met you 40 years ago. I knew it was my husband's brother. I was friends with him, and it was my husband's brother, Conrad, his 21st birthday, and I went out to his party. I was 20 at the time. Right. Yeah, I turned 60 this year, so we went out to his birthday party, and there was John sitting there. Yep. And like I said, I wouldn't date him. I waited for a couple of years after he had to work on it. He had to earn it. And then now we've been married, like I said, this year, and in November is our 35th wedding anniversary. So we're lifers. I keep adding a little more pink just because I'm really kind of liking how soft the pink is. And I'm just kind of going with it. What do you guys think? It's just adding a little bit of sweetness, right? Oh yeah, go to Target, girl. It'll still be here on the replay. Watch it on YouTube, guys, on the replay, please. I get paid on YouTube. I don't get paid on Facebook. So. The live doesn't pay me anything. The replay does. Isn't that funny? So anyhow. Okay, let's put this to the side. And let's just glass now. Look. It's going to look good in there. So we have another piece of glass that goes around the other side. Let's put something on that. I got pieces over here, right? Why not? This one has birds laying on it. Let's see what I got. This is just pieces of an old transfer that I never really liked, actually. It wasn't a very pretty transfer. And so I have all these bits of old transfers just laying around. May as well use them for something. That's why I said never throw away my little pieces of my transfers, ever. Because you never know when you're going to need just something random. The scissors are dull. Okay. Obviously, I don't need that much. Just see what happens. The glass is right here. I know it's hard to see. There. Whoops, and I just put paint all over it. It's on the back side, but it's throwing me off. This is on the front too. How did I get on both sides? Jesus. Leave it to me. Put it right in wet paint in front of me. Okay. Now let's hard to see, right? Hard for me to see it too. When you're attaching a transfer to glass, it's you don't have to rub very hard. I mean, it will stick. So just remember that when you're attaching a transfer to glass, that as soon as you lay it down, you cannot reposition it. You will ruin your transfer. So be very dedicated to where you're going to put it. And it generally will just really just peel off very simple, very easily. Now we have it. Where's my burnishing pad? Now, let's put this. We have these two pieces of glass. They're super cute, right? Of course, I got paint on that one. Don't need sealer or anything on them, like I said. They'll be just fine. So this little guy opens right here. Just put this piece right in. Let's see where it lines up with the heart. Oh, it's still wet. That's what I'm getting. Different sizes. Hold on. I only did one side. Break it. Where's my screwdriver? Just to loosen the other side for that one. Where's my screwdriver? Yeah, I'm all sitting here. Did I drop anything? No, I have another one. I buy these little screwdrivers, the little eyeglass screwdriver sets at the dollar store. They're great for this kind of stuff. I do have a little, oh, there it is. This one is my husband gave me. This is a more expensive one. This is not a dollar store one. This one works really good. Come on. You just got to get it loose so you can get that thing to shift and allow you to get up underneath there. This glass must be different sizes, so I'm going to put this one back in here because that's where it went originally. And we're going to just deal with this one on the side. So these little jewelry boxes you can find at almost every thrift store across the country. They're usually pretty trash. Things that I look for when I buy little old jewelry boxes is how do they look like on the inside? I don't care how pretty they are on the outside. If they are thrashed on the inside and take me 20 hours to clean, I will not buy them. We do a lot of stand-up jewelry boxes, you know, the big, huge jewelry armoires. And if they are dirty, they are a pain to paint. So. That's kind of cute, right? This can take a little bit of gilding wax. This can be sanded a little bit. Still a little wet, but even though it went the red cherry wood underneath, it will still be pretty. My wheel's about ready to fall off my chair, so if I fall down, you guys will get to see it. Just take a little piece of sandpaper, go over. These rolling chairs you buy at Harbor Freight, this one I just tightened yesterday, but obviously it didn't. Just sand it a little bit on the edge, just like I would a dresser. You can wax them. I'll wax this when it gets a little more dry. Yes, using transfers on glass is golden, right? You just have to be really committed. Once you lay it down, you can't really move it. It's done. It's toast, basically. So it just depends, like on these kind of things, how much work you want to put into it. If you're like, I have an old jewelry box at home. It's huge, and I've never painted it. It's in my closet. It's not even displayed, right? It's underneath all my clothes. I don't even care. But I mean, what a great way to, like, say you want to pass something down from like a loved one, and you wanted to paint it and make it more functional, and it's not this old-fashioned looking one. You can paint them and give them a brand new look. Or you can go buy used ones like me and give them a brand new look too. So I probably distress this a little bit more, like in this right here. Let that wood shine through. I'll go through and clean it up everywhere. I'll wax it. We'll add some gilding wax to this hardware. What color do you guys think? I was just using gilding wax. I thought a minute ago. How about some copper? Copper. This is copper. Cute, huh? A little bit of copper, because it kind of will go. And we can add copper accents on everything else too. So hardware, you just take, put a little bit on a brush or your finger or whatever you're more comfortable with. The brush is kind of nice with this little area. Can you see the difference? Come on, focus. Cute, right? These are cute little knobs on this, little hearts on like a bow. Now this stuff will dry hard as a rock and it will not come off. That's cute. And you can do this with regular dresser hardware. Now this is the Dixie Belle Gilding Wax. You guys, I have this all in stock. It's all on my website. KondaTransformations.com. I ship next day or same day sometimes. I mean, as far as gilding wax goes, you can add it. Like we could add a little bit right here to give it a little sweetheart, which I kind of like that whole idea. The inside right here. I should be using my finger, not brush. And then you can use your hand to go around, add a little on this. Once these are painted, they're great to the gilding wax sticks really good to them. If for some reason you get gilding wax where you don't want it, you could just take some regular furniture wax of our like Wiesel or Dixie Belle wax and clear wax and just wipe it off. It'll come off if you get it like where you don't want it. But how cute is that with this little, like right here, a little bit of accent around this. I usually use my fingers, but my nails are gotten really long, so it's harder for me to use. I can't really stick my finger in the can anymore. because then all it just gets on my nails. So I'm just using a little cheapo artist brush with a, it's not a cheapo artist brush, good artist brush, but with a stiff head, and it helps me just to get it where I want it. And then you can take your finger and kind of smoosh it out. That's cute. You can kind of highlight it and paint with it around. I kind of liking this. Okay, over here. Right? How cute is that? We can do a little bit around these like drawers, like on the corners. And then just kind of wipe it. This is adorable. See, the more I sit here, the more I just play, and it just, okay, we can do this and we can do that. This will be available in the store if anybody's looking for a jewelry box. I did put some gilding wax on our bird from last week. It's so cute. Okay. Get in there. What do you guys think? Now it's got a little more bavoom, right? Put some on the top. Right around this lip right here. The thing about gilding wax is that you don't need a lot of it. A can of gilding wax will last you forever. Like I have probably had this for 2 years. And because all you need is little tiny bits. It's an accent, not a, paint the whole thing with it. So if you do it in moderation and put it on ever so slightly. That's adorable. Whoops, down here too. That wheel's gonna fall off my chair. It's getting ready. Every time I go forward with it, I can feel it like gonna break. It's gonna throw me on the ground. A little bit on the bottom. This is adorable. Okay, it was ugly when we started, right? You guys with me on that? It was very ugly. Maybe a little bit around this. And this stuff will, when it cures in a few days, it's going to be hard as a rock. It won't come off, believe me, at all. It'll be here forever and ever and ever. It's sealed. So sealed. You could even do the little, what are these things? Hinges. Yeah, so who cares if you paint them, because the gilding wax, see, I'm buffing hard. It stays on. It dries really hard. A little bit more up here. Oh my gosh, this is so cute. Okay, do you guys like this? What is it? $4.46. What'd you think? Hey, love it. That's cute. Bada boom. 45 minutes. Done. Thanks, Deb. I still will go in and paint around here, right? This needs to be touched up. That's the one thing about jewelry boxes. They are kind of a pain. And open this door right here. Paint this stuff in here. That's the only thing I don't like about them. And actually, if I clean this paint off right here, I may just paint this and not worry about that. It's a lot of extra work for a little tiny thing. I'm not going to make that much money. But cute. Because you can't see it when it's closed, especially now that the transfer's on it. What do you guys think? Not too bad for a 45-minute project. Okay. Look for, you can do that with jewelry boxes. You can do that with wooden boxes. You can do that. Come on, focus. There we go. You can do it. I mean, I am pretty out of focus half the time. But anyhow, super fun, right? So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget, we are open. And don't forget, if you don't shop, I won't be here tomorrow. So I'm not kidding. I can't live off of $40 a day in sales. It's not going to happen. So you guys support local. All your businesses need you right now. And don't forget us when you're out playing. All right, you guys, if you have any questions, need anything, let me know. I'm always here to help. My name's Debbie Tona, and I hope you guys go out and be fabulous. And thanks for watching and supporting my small business. I do appreciate you. And I will see you